It's the bad to the bone machine that destroyed every other competition in the world and became the most iconic name in monster truck history. Before it was even a monster truck, it was just a normal off-road race pickup designed by a farmer who basically said that I'm going to dig up that truck and go dig it a grave. And this is the story of the legendary Gravedigger Monster Truck. To understand what a monster truck is, you basically have to know what exactly it is built for. A monster truck is basically built on a pickup truck chassis designed with a jacked up frame that stands about 10 to 12 inches tall with massive wheels overlooking the entire crowd. And guess what? The truck sits up so high that the engine has to be massive. It has to be just about the right angles. And guess what? Dennis Anderson, a farmhand at the time, owned a red 1951 Ford pickup truck. But what does that red pickup truck have to do with Gravedigger? Well, here's something that you automotive fans never actually caught on camera. Gravedigger was not originally built exactly the way how you see it as a monster truck. No, no. Gravedigger started off as an off-road race pickup truck built specifically behind a body of a 1951 Ford pickup truck used by Dennis Anderson, who was a farmer at that time. And guess what? He built the truck exactly out of his own personal preferences. The pickup truck owned by Dennis Anderson is actually the original basis for Gravedigger. I'm serious. All monster trucks were originally built on pickup truck bodies. The story happened when Gravedigger was originally used as a mud bogging racer. That's right, before a monster truck was ever Gravedigger's own thing, Gravedigger lived a more different life. Gravedigger was originally used as a mud bogging racing vehicle. So, during the 1980s, Dennis Anderson was tasked to crush cars in a local pool event when a monster truck didn't even show up, and Dennis Anderson did the job so well. And likely any other farmer that was being at his time, he actually quoted a line that soon gave the truck's actual name to exist. I'm going to dig that truck up and go dig it a grave. And by the time that word was sent, the whole damn thing makes sense. The body design of Gravedigger shifted between different trucks. The next Gravedigger was actually a 1954 Ford panel wagon body, designed with big tires, tall suspension, and a bigger engine. Originally, this next Gravedigger was painted in gray and blue. However, the design didn't go too well with Gravedigger's chilling name. So what actually happens next is Dennis Anderson took his truck to a local body shop and decided to paint it black with red color schemes. And guess what? That black paint that you see on Gravedigger was the very trademark essence of how Gravedigger's presence was shown. The design nature of Gravedigger is absolutely mind-blowing and quite chilling. That sinister look with that black and green flame decal, that is something legendary. All Gravediggers now stuck with the black and green signature color scheme. The sides of this monster truck was using skeletons, grave sites, even the full moon, a haunted house, and even ghosts. I'm serious. Gravedigger was just purely evil when you come to look at the truck at that mind. But there's something else about Gravedigger that you basically don't remember. The red headlights. Why did Gravedigger have red headlights? Well, it's because Dennis Anderson actually used an old school bus to haul the monster truck around, and carrying a monster truck with big tires is not going to be easy. So they took the tires out of Gravedigger's body and, well, made it more simple. And what Dennis Anderson did next was give Gravedigger his iconic red headlights. The school bus lights onto the front actually were the perfect color scheme that actually matches the truck's spooky and sinister presence. And after Dennis Anderson swapped out the lights from the school bus, he slammed it right onto Gravedigger's face, thus giving it that iconic, menacing, and sinister presence. The Gravedigger monster truck now sports the same red headlights on every single truck that was shown to events and Monster Jam history. The Gravedigger monster truck is basically my favorite monster truck to talk about. Although it's not the first time that I get to do a monster truck for my videos because I basically find it the most overlooked. But yet again, when it comes to monster trucks, Gravedigger is the coolest monster truck ever made. From its sinister black and green colors to the creepy red headlights and his massive tires, Gravedigger wasn't just a monster truck. He became the number one brand in Monster Jam history, thus going by the name Gravedigger. Gravedigger wasn't just a monster truck, it was the monster truck that Monster Jam first loved and liked. And when the cameras start rolling, that's when you realize one thing. Gravedigger is an absolute legend of monster truck history. And what I love about Gravedigger is not because of the design, but the way how he looks. It just feels so inspiring. That legendary red headlight gleam in the darkness gave Gravedigger not just a presence, but a cultural impact that gave monster trucks an edge of their story. When Gravedigger was first introduced as a mud racing monster truck, we didn't even know why he was a monster truck in the first place. But then the story just flips itself onto a page that no one ever existed. In fact, Gravedigger's original story as a mud bogging racer from Monster Truck was absolutely phenomenal. The story of Gravedigger transformed from a mud bogger to a monster truck, that is something legendary. While most people in the time used dune buggies as racing, Gravedigger was the very first monster truck to ever do so. And what the story actually tells you is that Gravedigger is an icon, not just a symbol, not just a truck. It was the coolest monster truck ever engineered by man. And that man was Dennis Anderson. Thank you for watching. Make sure that you go comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time.